Hello everyone, this is Isabel. I'm in Barcelona. It's Mobile World Congress 2023. And I'm joined by Nick Wennekers, is SVP Network Services at TOMIA. Nick, welcome to the hot seat.
Thank you very much, Isabel. Happy to be here. Looking forward to a great show.
So, Nick, there's a lot of challenges in our industry at the moment. What do you think is the main challenge that operators are facing?
Um, well, if we look holistically, operators they still have similar challenges as last year. But if you really look at our wholesale business, which we are running, the main challenge that we see is first operators that are still looking more at how they can get to the enterprise business. How can they roll out a proper IoT business for themselves? And the second part is, of course, still on the technology side, right? How do I roll out VoLTE agreements? We see already that operators have rolled out a lot of these roaming agreements between each other. But how do you make sure that you ensure voice continuity and all of that? And then the next step is, of course, 5G. 5G standalone, and that's what we are doing in TOMIA. We are already testing that with some of our operators. Right? And what operators are doing then is they're looking at ways, because it's becoming really complex, right? All these new technologies, they want to drill down into all these enterprise businesses. How can I simplify that? And this is what we want to do at TOMIA, to help them to simplify that and monetize those services. Right? We're running already trials on 5G, for example, but that will still take a little bit of time. So we rolled out some of the tools like steering on demand, like quality of service-based steering, where operators already can benefit a little bit of that premise of 5G that is coming.
Okay.
And sorry, go ahead.
So I guess VoLTE is a big challenge. 5G roaming is coming. It's going to be a challenge for a long time. So
Yeah.
what are your key three focus areas for this year, if you can choose three?
Well, first of all, there was VoLTE, of course, for us that we're looking at. The second one, and I talked about it, it's not only VoLTE, but it's 5G and the road towards 5G. The second one is still helping operators how to deal with voice services. You see that termination rates are going down on the interconnect side, right? We all know that. Operators trying to get into this new enterprise business with cloud numbers, A2P messages. So that's the topic that we in TOMIA are really looking into. And the third one is also for us, because you have all these new complex scenarios with all these enterprises, you want to start looking at different ways of settling between you and an operator. And this is, I think, where we can play a big role, right? On the clearing side, for example, we have the billing and charging evolution, and of course with the TOMIA flavor on that. So how can we really make sure that operators can benefit that and monetize all these enterprise services that are rolling out?
And when you start touching the business model, then it becomes really complicated. So they need people like you to simplify all of that.
Exactly. So this is what we are trying to do, right? So you have this really complex business, but it's no longer one size fits all. It's really making sure that you can manage all these different enterprises, different subscribers in a different way. And this is what we try to do in TOMIA.
Okay. I like to look into the future. If we look into the future, what is the roadmap for TOMIA going forward?
Well, I think the two keywords for us are automation and efficiency, or simplicity, right? So this is what we are trying to do. I think there are two key elements for operators. One is that they can react very fast to the changes that are going into the market. And the second one is that they're very precise, so that they can really make sure that they can manage this single segment in the most optimal way. So this is what we try to do in TOMIA, making sure that operators can react fast to the changing environment and really and be precise on that, right? So that's why we rolled out services like steering recommendations, where immediately when we see that you met certain commercial parameters, you can act on it in the network immediately. Or where we can immediately help you for the entire IoT base, that you can steer them away to a different network. So those are the fancy elements that we are working on.
I think there's a lot to do for a long time to come, which is
Exactly.
good. Lots of exciting things, actually. I think lots of positive things. Complexity is good for you guys because there's a lot of work to be done.
Exactly. No complexity that's what we're trying to do, right? Simplify the world for our wholesale managers.
Nick, thank you so much. First time on the hot seat. I think you
Yeah,
survived it quite
exactly.
well.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Well, I hope you had a great show. Have a great show.
Thank you. You
Thank
too.
Thank you.
Everyone, thank you for watching, and until my next hot shot.